the state of Texas, only one matchup goes by the name of Revivalry. Everybody open their hymnals to the same page. Come under the tent as we come together with one accord for these old foes to clash again. A look at McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos. It's the TCU Horned Frogs and the Baylor Bears. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Thanks, guys. Checking in with the TCU head coach. This team has continued to shine, and he said his message to them in the locker room before the game was, this is our opportunity. They were not ranked to start the season and have continued to play their way into the conversation, but every week gets a little harder. He wants intensity and focus right out of the gate to prove to the world we belong, and we're going to keep making noise this season. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And the Bears ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll bring it out. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Horned Frogs offense will go to work first. These two have a lot more in common than they would care to admit, so when you get a chance to break your rival's heart, it feels really good. And the last time they met, TCU did just that.
It was tight. Baylor fans still angry because they felt some calls didn't go their way. But at the end of the day, it was TCU making the plays they needed to make. But, David, TCU knows they're going to be facing a very motivated Baylor squad.
No doubt about it. And they're ready to put a streak together. They're ready to win a bunch of these rivalry games in a row. Talking to them, they feel like they're the better team with a better program, and they're going more in a positive direction.
The Horned Frogs have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Payne. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Finds the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Horned Frogs are rolling down the field. The RPO, it's complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the ground game. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
And I thought it was a good job by the quarterback, really seeing the drag route start to come across the field, and he puts the ball pretty much on the money. And you got to make that play. You got to make those catches to get this offense in a rhythm, to stay ahead of schedule. Those are ones he doesn't drop very often.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So the Baylor Bears offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And, man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, This receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in, and we just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it today at some point in the ballgame.
And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Maybe some room here. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Flagway. Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. Tackled there by the defense.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Back to pass, it's Flagway. Setting up the screen. Spins away from the defense. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Makes the grab in the corner.
That's the way you start a game, man. How about this QB? 5 for 5. That touchdown right there was his 5th attempt, his 5th completion, in complete command, understanding what the defense is trying to do and executing it flawlessly.
Was the defense even on the field for that drive? I mean, it looked like routes against air. I mean, they were up and down the field. Receivers, tight ends, running backs, quarterback, all in sync with each other. That was about as good as a passing game can look, and we're certainly hoping that keeps up for the rest of the game.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Using his legs, it's Payne. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Caught in the backfield. It's Small. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Dumps it to the back. Quickly complete. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. The Horned Frogs will line it up on 1st and 10. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. And the Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up. To the air on first down.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Hard running there. You know, when these two first met in 1899, both schools were located in Waco. Of course, TCU eventually relocated, and Relocating the Frogs in the conference realignment race over the years has stoked the fires of this rivalry.
And it's weird because Reese covered that game. And I know that because he was the sideline reporter. It was a 0-0 tie. Yes, both teams from the same region. So a lot on the line. We've seen some excitement with these rivalry games. And with this matchup, Jesse, I'm excited about today.
Me too. And I think when you think about Texas football, everyone's always talking about Texas versus Texas A&M. Don't forget about Baylor TCU. These fan bases do not like each other, and the action on the field seemingly always delivers.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He's already made 1 field goal, but this one is going to need a big leg. A 50-yard attempt coming. He splits the uprights. That brings him to within 1. And he's going to try to return this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
He'll keep it on 2nd down. Finding some room. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. He'll keep it again on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They've been able to get the ball out of their own end nicely. 1st and 10 from the 38. The give on the counter. Makes a man miss. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll go right back to him. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. 1st down, 10 yards to go. Flagway wants to throw. The sure hands, it's Miller. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking to pass. It's Flagway. Buying some time. Quarterback gets the 1st down. Slides to the ground after picking up the first. Great play on 2nd and short. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to pass. Pressure coming. Got his man.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Freeman. The Bears call a timeout. That'll be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. From the gun on 3rd down, Flagway. Wiggles. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Timeout taken by TCU. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Flagway to throw for it on 4th. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back. He'll start this drive firing. Snagged in the middle. It's Payne. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Quickly to the tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. TCU calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Makes the catch. It's Payne. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. Just drives it between the uprights. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start with Colorado taking on the number 18 team, the Utah Utes. And it's the Buffs who finish off the victory to get to 4-1. They led this one at halftime. They held off a second-half comeback attempt. This group has to be feeling good. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. And now back to your game in Waco. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense makes its way onto the field. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the third quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. They might have caught them off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments.
Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance of success in this game? Which side of the offensive line can we run to? Which guy can we throw to hopefully now have a much better second half?
Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. The Bears with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Flagway on the play action. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Motion from the wide receiver. 3rd down from the gun, DJ Lagway. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the first down.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Throwing, Lagway. Got it behind the line. It's Turner. Breaks into the open. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. And wings it incomplete.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. The second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He'll set up to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field ready to get going. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. And the Horned Frogs want to move quickly.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
He's got it again.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. The Horned Frogs look to keep this drive humming. The run inside. It's Payne. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
And they get him down.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
Quarterback keeps it. They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the third down pass is incomplete. And the Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. And now, deep in the fourth quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. They go play action with Lagway. Got it in the middle, it's Livingston. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
Just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too. Because of what you just said, David, they can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Bears send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. catches it at the 15. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
With the catch, it's Payne. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him, so that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
The Horned Frogs line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Baylor sends out the offense to go to work. And now, deep in the fourth quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Lagway will try to get it from the gun on 3rd down. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. The Bears will have it 1st and 10. Here's Lagway to pass. With the catch, it's Miller. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. The keeper on the option. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Lagway from the gun on 3rd down. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
You've got to give this defense tons of credit. How good have they been on the back end in coverage? It just feels like every time this QB has thrown the ball, it's been contested. They haven't given up a lot of yards, and they need to continue to be
caught, and he's got room. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the 1st down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. Running inside, it's Turner. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6. Timeout taken by TCU. It's their first. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Oh, no, the ball popped out. Defense picks it up. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. The give as they work on that clock.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. He'll try it again. Got enough for the first. He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out. Timeout taken by Baylor. It's second. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. So TCU pulls out the victory over